Hey guys, Mr. Thibodeau here. So lesson 74, units of length. So here we are looking at inches to feet, millimeters to centimeters. 3 feet is 1 yard. 1,000 millimeters is 1 meter. 5,280 feet is 1 mile. Wow, that one's a tough one. And 1,760 yards is a mile. Okay. A meter is about 3 inches longer than a yard. Okay. And then over here we have the metric system and the U.S. customary system. This used to be called the standard system, but that doesn't make sense anymore because we're definitely not standard. Most of the world uses the metric system. Now, the metric system is really, really great when we're talking about conversions. Okay, one to one or anything like that. It's everything is 1 to 10. It's all base 10. Super easy to move from one to the other. The thing that it is bad at is, and the reason why this system was developed the way it was, is because this system is divided into fourths. Thirds and fourths are really, really easy to do in the US system or the standard system. And that was very important. If you were a bricklayer in the early 19th century or 18th century and you don't know any math, nobody's ever taught you any math, but you still need to figure out how many bricks to put down in order to do this, or you need to put, okay, well, this is a third of this. Okay, if you take a centimeter or a meter and you try and divide it by 3 to put it into thirds, well, you're going to end up with 3.33333 repeating forever. That doesn't make sense. How do you put that down as a brick? Over here, if I have 1 foot, 12 inches, and I divide that by 3, okay, I'm going to get 4 inches. If I have a yard and I divide it into 3, I'm going to get 3 feet. Okay, very, very easy to divide in from by 3s or 4s and to get a very straight answer. Okay, and that's really why this system was developed the way it was and why it stayed around so long. It was very easy to practically use. This system was very useful in many ways, but dividing in half, you can do this, right? 5 is very easy, 5.5 or whatever. But over here, not only can you divide it in half, you can divide it in thirds, you can divide it in quarters, you can do this, you can do that. So many more things to do very, very easily with the U.S. customary system. Unfortunately, the thing that you need to do, which is convert units of measurement, is not helpful. And the metric system is going to be way easier for you here. 2 yards is about the same length as how many inches. So, let's see. One player on a basketball team is 197 centimeters tall. How many meters is he? He's 1.97. Right? So, about 2 meters. So, okay. About, that means you want to estimate. 2 yards is the same length as how many inches? Well, we have 2 yards here. So we turn that into 3 feet. Then we take those 3 feet and turn them into inches, so we get 36 inches. Okay, so essentially you've done 1 times 3 times 36. Okay, so 1 times 3 gives me my 3 for 3 feet, times 12 gives me my 36, because you times it by each one of those. Okay. All right, so a marathon is 26 miles and 385 yards. Leon's goal is to finish under 3 hours. To do so, Leon needs to run about how many miles each hour? So you basically do 26 divided by 3, and you get 9 miles an hour. Okay, 9 miles each hour is your goal if that's what you're trying to do, which is tough. It's a lot. Running just non-stop for 3 hours. During physical education, students perform a jump and reach activity to measure their vertical leaping ability. Class results are indicated on the line plot below. Each X indicates the vertical leap in inches of one student. Okay, so leap in inches. Was the mode, median, and range of this data? Oh, wow. Have we already gone over that? Well, mode is the number that shows the most. So that's going to be 15. Okay, the number that shows up more often than any other number. The median is the number right in the middle. So you would have to write them all down in a row, because you wouldn't be able to use this. I mean, it's maybe 15 or 16, but you'd have to write them all down to see the one that's right in the middle to find the median. And the range is you add them all up and then divide by that number. So that's the mode. There are 21 measures shown. So the median is the 11th measure. Okay, so what they did is they just counted them up and then went back. So 11, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, so 16. Range is the difference between the least and greatest measures. Oh, they didn't want the mean. Okay, I knew you hadn't learned the mean. The range is an important one to know. It's just 23 minus 10. Okay. That's interesting. I'm surprised they put this in here. Feels like it's an add-on. Alright, well, I'm going to go over the lesson practice for you. If you get stuck, I want you to try it on your own first. And then the work today is going to be 2 through 30 even. Okay, so 2 through 30 even. And then I'll go ahead and do the lesson practice. Okay. Alright, assuming you've tried and you need some help, how many yards are in 1/4 of a mile? So, a mile is how many yards? 1760. Okay. So instead of how many are in 1/4, we'll say 1760 yards. So now it's how many yards are 1/4 of 1760. So now I'm just going to do 4 goes into 1760. 16. 1, that 6 goes down. It's another 4. 0, 0. So 440. Okay. So like I said, the standard system is very, very easy to divide in fourths. Okay. The metric system less so. How many millimeters is 50 millimeters is how many centimeters? Okay. That's just 5. Okay. You just take away a 0. And it's 0.5 decameters and 0.05 meters. Diami's height is 5 feet 1 inch. How many inches tall is he? So we have that 1 inch, but now 5 times 12. Okay, so I'm going to convert it all into inches. That's 50 plus another 10, so 60 plus 1, 61 inches. A 10-kilometer race. Okay, how many meters is a 10 kilometer? Well, a kilometer, okay, is 1,000 meters. So if we have 10, we have 10,000 meters. Okay, I've run a 10K. They're not too bad. I haven't ran a marathon, but I've run a 10K. Ran a 15K as well. Multiple choice. The length of a pencil. The length of a pencil is best measured in centimeters, meters, kilometers, or feet. Well, since it's literally 0, it'd be lower, less than a meter, less than a kilometer, and less than a feet. But it's more than 1 centimeter. So, height of a skyscraper is probably done in probably feet, sometimes miles though. Actually, there are some skyscrapers that are over a mile high. I think there's one that's a mile high actually. In Dubai. I think that's the tallest one, it's a single mile. I should fact check that. But feet is generally the best. Although yards would also work, but we just prefer feet. Alright, well that's it. Have a good one, dudes.